Portugal, and let's see who's going to come out on top, the second one of this best of two.
Woohoo, and first blood right there for USA. They score from the tip-off and within 10 seconds. It will be USA in the light jerseys, Henry Jones and Portugal in the red jerseys, back the other end, slamming home a dunk of his own. And you gotta love Pro-Am mode. It's 5v5. Each player that you see on camera there controlling an avatar in the game, 10 total players. They are face to face with each other. We're live in person right here in the Philippines. And of course, the beautiful eFIBA World Finals court inside Pro-Am mode, and the highly customizable game mode allows the players to wear their national jerseys, which is so cool.
Portugal in the red, and also USA is in the white, going down the right side. 𝐵𝐸 gives a cross pass. Great hand in the passing lane. Almost able to save it, but nope. Ran right into the scorer's block. Now let's find out if he can get a pick, but good shutter pass to 𝐵𝐸, which we saw play. You got to be careful of that. You still can get a steal and get it out of bounds, so you got to be very careful. Henry Jones for a three. Law firm knocking it down.
Motion to dismiss. Henry Jones asks for a sidebar with your honor and bangs it home. Impressive stuff. And then back the other end, getting huge defensive rebound. Look, Portugal will be, I think, pretty buoyed. Feeling pretty good about that first game, especially that first quarter against USA where they held them to what, 11 points, I believe, in the first quarter. And I don't think anyone's done that in a long, long time. Simon B. Bowling had a few misses in that first game. Will want to bounce back here. That's really scrappy defense, impressive stuff from USA. But Portugal still have the possession and 10 to shoot. Finds Simon B. Bowling. He finally makes it rain. Finally got that monkey off his back. He's got to be feeling good about that, Vince.
Now, don't forget the first game, it was 54-61, so there is a deficit when it comes to both these teams. 8-2, Portugal slightly in the lead, but let's see if USA can respond. Given a great defensive play by Portugal, and now they're coming down for transition. He's waiting for nobody, stroking it green, 11-2. Woo! This game's getting spicy.
I don't think anyone has ever gone on an 11-0 run against the USA team. Are you kidding me? Portugal firing on all cylinders in game number 2. And if they didn't know it already, USA are in the fight for their lives right there. We could be witnessing an upset in the making. As you pointed out, Vince, 7-point differential from game number 1 in a best-of-2 cumulative score. That means Portugal need to win by 8. And they'll be thinking, well, hey, so far so good. And of course, as I say that, the blessing of the commentator right there for USA as they chisel the lead down to 7.
Chiseling it down indeed. Now no brain Salazar. See if he can do anything with the rock. He's just closing it out, just bringing it out, resetting the game. But 𝐵𝐸 slicing and dicing to the rim and then slamming it home like the Thor's hammer jam. 13-14, Portugal up. Now, let's go on the left side. CB13, you got to be crazy because he has handles for days, understanding where he's going to go. But a great steal. Oh, man, it is the commentator's curse. Jinx him a little bit. And Mr. B being the big fella, 15-14. Portugal just extending the lead, trying to make sure they come out on top in this best of 2. CB13 going on the right side, crazy hungry, give and go. And another steal, 3 in a row. This is a hat trick when it comes to defense for Portugal.
Wow, we were really impressed with that Portuguese defense in game number 1. And look at this. We said, hey, they held USA to 11 points in the first quarter. Well, right now, we got under 2 minutes, which is a long time when it comes to 2Ks. We get a baseline dunk. Portugal with 17 points in the first quarter, though. Right now, USA are shell-shocked. What can they do to get back in this one?
Hey, hold on a second. This may be the twilight zone. I don't think I've ever seen USA get down by 20 points. And I don't want to jinx it, but I want to watch it. I just see Mama That Man going to Super C's, understanding he needs to score some threes. But Mama I'm That Man is trying to take it all the way. 𝐷_6 can knock it down if you give it to him, but a great defensive board from Portugal. They got a little pep in their step.
You know history's in the making when Vince starts to speak in a British accent, and I'm here for it, mate. Absolutely, as we see scrappy USA defense. That's just what they needed. Cocked it back, threw it down. What a dunk. Put that on a poster and let me hang it in my room. That was a thing of beauty as we get the full court double team pressure here from USA as well, taking nothing for granted. Now, here's the thing, though. We know they always pack a full 4-quarter meal with them. USA are not going to panic. It's up to Portugal to keep up the tempo, the full 4 quarters themselves. if they want to knock off the best team in the world. Henry Jones rotating the ball. No Brain Salazar faked him out of his boots, but that is good defensive rebounding, and another quick transition bucket at the other end. Exactly what the doctor ordered right there. Fill that script, USA. They cut the lead just to 9.
Man, this play is getting more intense than Broadway opening night. Lights, camera, action, and I see the brilliance. However, Portugal is trying to make sure those curtains are going to be called. 𝐵𝐸𝐸 right behind the back, trying to find the man, Henry Jones. Great hand in the pencil grade. You cannot telegraph those passes. 1, 2, that's a transition 3, but then a great foul.
Yeah, that was a heads-up foul right there. But, hey, we saw Portugal get 3 steals in a row. Now we've seen USA get 3 steals in a row. I love it. This is a heavyweight title bout. They're going pound for pound, round for round. Absolutely awesome. Give you a quick score update in game number 2 between Turkey and New Zealand. It is Turkey winning 11-4 at the moment in what is a must-win situation there for New Zealand. They have to win by 10 to take that game. Back the other end, we see it rim out for USA. Both free throws missed, if I'm not mistaken, but they are in the bonus. As Portugal are going to drop in a massive bucket right there, a buzzer beater. The first quarter is in the books. Portugal 20, USA 8, and if I'm not mistaken, that was eFIBA history in the making. USA have never been held to 8 points in a quarter.
Nope, I've never seen that, and now they're going into the second. No Brain Sounds are giving the 𝐵𝐸𝐸 trying to extend that lead, and the old saying is, if the God can bleed, then you can take them out, and they're trying to find out, draining it down.
Goodness gracious me. A 15-point lead for Portugal right now. They are absolutely loving it. USA, there's hungry. Getting hungry down in the paint with a nice dunk right there.
This game is feeling like the tournament of power. Who's going to turn Super Saiyan? Who's going to freaking go down to the wand? Here we go. No Brain Salazar going from the left side. Giving the chance to 𝐵𝐸𝐸. Henry Jones one more time, but then a great rejection by USA. Full court pass to Mama, I'm that man, and very smart foul there.
Absolutely, the reach-in foul right there, doing everything he could to save a quick transition bucket. I like the change in tempo we're seeing from USA, though, recognizing the situation, okay? We've got Portugal in form right here. We need quick buckets. But the Portuguese themselves down the other end with a gorgeous finger roll layup right there. It's a 15-point Portuguese lead. Don't look now, Vince, but we might have our first upset of the tournament brewing right here. A lot of game left to play. I can't get too excited.
He was weaving through the defense like a tram through the steep steps of Lisbon. I like it. I love it. I need more of it. But then CP13, you know he's not scared of nobody. There's an old saying, some people have the will to take the shot, but you have the skill to make the shot. Unable to do that right there. Henry Jones trying to find someone. A little fancy between the legs bounce pass. Was that on purpose or a mishap?
I have no idea, but let's just give him. You can ride that tram, but you can also go to the beach and ride some big waves. And right now, this is a tsunami crashing into USA here because Portugal are up by 17 points. Are you kidding me? They didn't get the script. This is a rewrite.
All right, Philippines are watching intently, seeing, okay, are the number ones having a little bit of a bad game? But now it's 29-10? Now, this is just a pound-for-pound matchup of a team you've never seen before, and that's what y'all love about eFIBA Season 3. 7 regions, 62 countries. You have no idea how some of these nations are going to play, but you're fighting out today here in the Philippines.
29-10. Absolutely phenomenal. USA just can't buy a bucket right now. Back the other end, Portugal making it look easy. Are you kidding me? It all rims out, but there's that man, the law firm, getting the offensive boards for his team. Came in here with the reputation as one of the best big men in the world, and it has to be said, Vince, holding his own against the world champs. In fact, dominating against the world champs in this game right here. Here come USA, back the other way. Gotta take that open three. It rims out again, though. And here come Portugal. Goodness gracious. This is phenomenal stuff.
I'm telling you, Henry Jones is rebounding as strong as the cliffs of 𝐷𝐸𝐿. I'm telling you, standing against the Atlantic waves every single time. Defense and offense, keeping possession on his squad. Understanding he's going for transition if he's on the defensive player, but if he's on that offense, getting that second chance opportunity. 29-10, he's keeping him in this game. 2 minutes left in the second. 𝐵𝐸𝐸 pump fake back to Henry Jones. Just a little tip pass, give and go. 3 seconds, and a nice little short corner. Finish it. That was like Predator and camouflage in the forest. You couldn't see him.
Kidding? He's lopping like the Predator now as well. That was the Predator nuke. The massive baseline drive and dunk. I love it, Vince.
Hold on, I think I can say this. What the hell are you?
What are you? We are Portugal. By the way, I want you to know I understood that geographical reference as well. They are pounding them with the waves right here. This is fantastic. But hey, if there's one team that can dig themselves out of a massive hole like this, we know it's USA. That could be the first step in the right direction for them. They've had the threes. They just haven't been hitting them. You got to keep your heads up and you got to keep chipping away. But take nothing away from this Portuguese performance. Goodness gracious me.
Both are going great at it. Again, great rejection from USA. The defense is still there. 31-13. A minute 26 left in the game. Quick score update. New Zealand 17, Turkey 19. 3:52 left in the second.
Yeah, and Kiwis keeping it close over there, which you like to see. They need to win that game by at least 10, mate, in order to get the clean win on the series. They don't want to lose their third series in a row, so they'll be going for absolutely everything right there. Back in this one, USA bang home both free throws, so the lead is still 16. But a little bit of life in Team USA now. We're starting to see that scoreboard tick over a bit in their favor. If you're Portugal, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. More of the same, please.
Well, 𝐵𝐸 just gliding to the rim, skywalking. All right, Mr. Person, using the force to your advantage. 33-15, a minute left in the second. Biggest deficit I've ever seen USA have going into the half.
18 points. Wowzers in this one. Really playing fantastic defense and offense as we speak of the devil swatting that ball away. Top of the key, another miss. Henry Jones with a huge defensive board. 40 seconds to play in the first half here of game number 2 between Portugal and USA. Top left of your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, USA won the first game by 7 points, which means if the game ended right now, Portugal would be winning the series, and they play second in Europe. Turkey are the reigning champions of Europe. So honestly, at the moment, based on form alone, this is anyone's championship to take home, Vince.
I'm ready. I'm excited, but then going up, getting the friendly roll, almost getting blocked again, but 33-17, 13.5 left in the second. 𝐵𝐸, I think, is going to take a second and calm it down. Hold on. Slow it down. I just dissed you. Let's see to the right side. A little pump fake. No, it's a jump pass to Henry Jones and a foul with 2.7 left.
Looking for the buzzer beater to put the finishing touches on what is probably the best half of basketball they've played as a team. It rims out, but a 16-point lead right now for the Portuguese against USA. That is massive. Score update in the other game. Just a little over 2 minutes to play. It's 5-point lead, 25-20 for Turkey at the moment. Scrapped out 25-22. As we're seeing both screens up right now, impressive stuff, it has to be said, from New Zealand, keeping it close against the reigning 5-time champions, Turkey.
Now it's getting 22-25, almost knocking it down. Now seeing that it's going on the right side, understanding, getting that great rebound, Horsey. Seeing that everything is on the light and on the time, just a 3-point game.
Phenomenal stuff here as we're seeing the Kiwis fight for their tournament lives. They absolutely need to win this series to keep their hopes alive. Meanwhile, Turkey basically playing their first game. We know sometimes they're a little slow to get warmed up. Really, really impressive stuff from them, though, to get that 9-point victory as we're now back to Portugal, USA. USA trying to come back here in the second half. They find themselves in truly unfamiliar territory, Vince. I do not remember them having to play from behind this much for at least 3 years.
I think I feel a storm coming. I'm telling you right now, if you're in the middle of the desert, if you're milling on the Midwest, you're feeling those winds, you're feeling that tornado, and it might be a twister, but you got to be able to hunker down and just weather the storm. But it's not over. It's only a 13-point game, and USA has the talent, has the skill, and also has the coaching to come back. But Portugal is not going to allow you to do that. 𝐵𝐸 for that short top, right, but couldn't knock it down. But a hand in the passing lane. Henry Jones, great job being defensive prowess.
Well, to quote Shannon Sharp, send in the National Guard right now because they need reinforcements out here. Team USA, Henry Jones for 3. No way! Are you kidding me? The law firm strikes again. What a freaking shot. Phenomenal stuff right there. Amazing performance so far from Portugal, holding their own in the second. Vince, we're in unfamiliar territory. This is great.
The big fella doing it all, rebounding, shooting, and scoring on the, but in a three right now, 36-23. USA ain't going nowhere though, baby. This is eFIBA Season 3, and I'm ready for it. Going on the right side, 𝐵𝐸 trying to get possession. Finding where it is. Great defense of USA, but leaving by himself. Could have made that shot, but chose not to kill the clock a little bit. Now the time is their friend. They have enough points. Going out, up, down, knocking it all around, 38-23.
I know there's a lot of basketball left in this one. I understand we're at the 3-minute mark in the third quarter, but Portugal are just playing with absolute reckless abandon right here. Zero fear as we see USA coming to life. Certainly here in the third quarter, they recognize that they need to either completely remove this deficit or give themselves a chance at it in the fourth. If you're Portugal, though, more of the same. Keep it coming. You're looking great.
All right, 𝐵𝐸 trying the best to the Henry Jones. Doesn't give it to him, but actually kind of uses up like a shadow clone jutsu, using him as a defender. But then a three from USA, 38-29, as they're creeping back. As you see, Charles, the one and only captain, 12-5 in this third quarter. We're showing the USA how they're supposed to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we said this. If you want to beat them, you got to play a full 4 quarters. It's that simple. They do not go away. They are absolutely like presented by Predator in the freaking forest right there. They're going to hunt you down. They're not going to give up full 4 quarters, Vince. And that's what we're seeing right here from USA Basketball. What can Portugal do to answer those? So far, they've been dictating the terms of this agreement. And there it is. Another massive shot right there from the law firm Henry Jones, leading by example. Has to be said, one of the coolest customers in the entire contest.
Yup, and right now they're discovering their power and they're dominating the game with Predator. And I'm looking at it, it's going to lie within. They got to dig deep down if they're going to beat USA, but it is best of 2. As you see, there is a slight deficit, 59-51. That's only 8 points, and they're about to get it done with this 10-point lead, but there's still about 6.5 minutes left in this game.
And USA will be reminding themselves of that as well. They'll be saying, okay, hey, we're down 10 in this one, but cumulative, yeah, we're only down 2 right now. Keep it coming. Here we go. You know the champs aren't going to go away. They're going to be fighting Henry Jones with what feels like his 1 millionth rebound in this game, Vince. We know he dominates the boards in Europe, and now on the biggest stage of all, he's dominating. And also owning things from beyond the arc. That time, it was a bridge too far. It doesn't go in. And here come USA. Back the other end with an open 3. Boom! Right there, cumulative. That is USA going into the lead.
This chemistry is like poetic justice when Kendrick Lamar and Drake were actually cool, but I hope to see that again, but never again. But the one thing I do love is that they're not backing down at all. They don't care if they're going down to the Lions' den. They are fearless, and they're going to try and score another 3, stroking it green, 44-34, 46 seconds left in the third.
Oh, my God. So as it stands right now, Portugal have that 2-point lead on cumulative points. Keep an eye on this, ladies and gentlemen, as we get the and one. It is a shooting foul. Oh, dramatic pause right there. But we are going to see potentially the lead change once again from the cumulative. It is USA as it stands winning right now. Here we go, 36 seconds left in the third. Definitely the best quarter they've had so far, USA. They are coming back with a vengeance in this one. What can Portugal do to answer, though? Henry Jones open underneath, finding the open man for the 3. It rattles out, and USA coming down with the board. Back the other end, open 3. Misses. Henry Jones again. It's end-to-end stuff, Vince.
Uncharacteristic. That is USA's strong point. But Henry Jones taking it full court. Big man just dribbling. Giving it to 𝐵𝐸. Almost with a turnover there. Looking for the give and go. 5 seconds left. Taking himself, but then a foul, and they got something to give. So now they have to prepare. Wow, I'm studying right now. Prepare a great inbound play.
Hey, it's what, our 10th game already today. It's going big or going home. That's what we're here for. End of the third quarter. If the game were to end right now, it will be USA winning by 1 point. I want to give a score update. It's a third quarter, 2 minutes to play over between Turkey and New Zealand in game number 2 as well. Turkey with a very delicate 4-point lead. Scrap that, cut that to a 3-point lead. New Zealand pushing them down the stretch as well. The 5-time champions of Europe not going quietly into the night. If you want to beat them, you got to bring your A game. Now here come Portugal. They get the first possession of the fourth quarter. This is the final quarter in this back-to-back best-of-2 series between these teams. It has not disappointed. And as it stands right now, that's a 1-point lead for Portugal. I think I'm going to faint. We need an oxygen tank up here, Vince. This is going down to the wire.
That mid-range had so much grace. It was like a traditional Fata performance. That was like a lot of emotion because, again, the 46-39 is really keeping them going. The energy is great, and you don't hear Portugal screaming a lot because they're so locked in. But USA with a great offensive board. CB13 cross pass to Super C's. Super C's can knock it down, and with that friendly roll, kisses off the glass now at 46-42.
What a shot right there. Absolutely clutch. And now how can Portugal answer? They pull up with a 3 of their own and it goes in. It's end-to-end stuff, Vince. Oh my, what a shot. CB13 back down the other end for USA. Pulls up with a 3 of his own. It rims out. Crazy hungry. Getting crazy hungry underneath that glass right there. They're gobbling up the glass. Look at this glass. See the dipsy do. Shout out to 𝐸𝐞𝐫𝐞. Here we go. Mama, I'm that man. Trying to be that man. Pick and roll. CB13 thought about it. Pulled it down. Great transitional defense. Off balance 3. Gotta have it. Huge board right there, though, for USA. And a reach-in foul. It is getting scrappy down the stretch here.
Scrappy, happy, and I'm liking every minute of it. 49-42, 3:17 left in the fourth. CB13 giving it to Mama, I'm that man. Calling his mama right now, saying, I'm that man. 49-45, USA creeping back.
This is huge. As it stands, cumulative score, it is a USA win right now. Portugal know this. They've just got to stay true to their character, true to what got them this far in the first place, Vince. They were dominating. They were up by 19 at one point over USA. Take nothing away from USA, fighting back in this one. As you can see, dominating in that third quarter where we see so many games won and lost. And now it's coming down to the stretch. Score update, Turkey leading by 8 points over New Zealand at the moment. But all eyes on this historic matchup here. USA, reigning World Finals champions, eFIBA Season 2, going up against Portugal the first time they're at the big dance, and they are pushing them for all their worth right here as USA are going not just for the cumulative win, but the win-win as they cut the lead to 2 in this game.
Crazy Hungry was like Nightcrawler on that play, just teleported from the short corner all the way to the rim, and I'm liking that build. 𝐸𝐞𝐫𝐞 giving to Henry Jones. He's already knocked down a couple of threes. Put your hand up, give and go. 𝐸𝐞𝐫𝐞, little man, dunking it home, 51-47. Now, as you said, the first game was 59-51, an 8-point deficit, but a win is a win, and this is something we've never seen because USA technically is undefeated with all the tournaments of eFIBA.
And you are spot on, but they are really finding themselves here in the second half. Wowzers, what a massive three-pointer. Huge stuff right there from CB13. Exactly what you need from the leaders on your team. 𝐸𝐞𝐫𝐞 now needs to make a little magic of his own. Henry Jones with the rock, 10 to shoot, pulls up. Really good defense from USA. Are we looking at a shot clock violation here? 3 to shoot, got to find the open man. Pulling the trigger, it rims out, and a massive defensive board. Back the other end, USA get the and one dunk with the lead, stamping their authority on the tournament.
Woo! 52-51 and going to the line. Now leading by 2 points. USA is feeling themselves. They just basically had a redemption. It was like Imhotep being resurrected from the mummy. But let's see if 𝐸𝐞𝐫𝐞 come back. Great defensive play from USA. Mama, I'm that man. Showing his build. Super C's giving that to CB13. A good timeout. 2-point game with 1:23 left in the fourth, Chris. Woo!
What a second half, my friend. From USA, would you look at that? They've outscored them 36-18 in the second half. That's that lead evaporating for Portugal. We spoke about it. When you take on USA, you better pack 4 full quarters of basketball. And they're finding out the hard way now that these guys are the reigning champs for a reason. with another massive dunk, finishing in style in this one.
Give and go, just letting it flow. 4-point game, minute 9 left now. Portugal's not out of this game yet. You can still get this W. Going to no one's on �PT_Creative, and a nice little tomahawk dunk. 53-55. Okay, they're still going.
I'm with you, mate. I think it will be a huge psychological win right here if Portugal can actually come out with the win in this game, irrespective of the best-of-2 series cumulative score. I'm with you on that one. They got to finish strong. They got to tell themselves we were here for a reason in this one. But, man, what a finish there. Crazy getting loco down in the paint.
Last time it was this close. They're going against the Dominican Republic, which was 60-63, which was a 3-point game. But it's showing that, as you said, Portugal is meant to be in here. Henry Jones has been talking me through this whole trip, looking me in the face, especially stoic, but saying I'm here to win, and he's putting it in. He knows the work. He knows what he can do. And this could be a final preview, if you know what I mean. But every team has a chance.
Big facts. I mean, honestly, if we didn't know how close the competition pool was, now we do. Here comes Portugal putting on a phenomenal performance. Their first appearance at the World Finals in person. They weren't there last year. They absolutely blew away everybody in Europe this year to come second and book their ticket, and they did not disappoint. No team has ever held USA to 8 points in a quarter like they did in quarter number 1. That is a huge step in the right direction if you're Portugal. And also, a massive warning to USA that this isn't last year's tournament. These teams have packed their defenses. They came to play, and you got to be on your toes if you expect to win again.
Exactly. And now a nice little fillet to nothing today. Henry Jones unable to hit it. 2.7 seconds left, and it's looking like USA is going to come up with the dub. But valiant performance from Portugal. That's what I like to see. That's what I want you to be here on eFIBA Season 3. Chris, my blood is boiling. I didn't take another sip of the Red Bull. I'm going to do this just to calm me down.
That was a performance for the ages there. And again, a game of two halves, a tale of two cities, as we're seeing a lot of love and respect between both lineups right there. Lots of handshakes. That first half, Vince, that Portugal put out on tape right there might have been one of the best defensive performances we've ever seen against the USA.